Alright. Hello, my name is Jamel, or as my YouTube title says, Nutri-Titan. And so I'm new on YouTube, and I'm going to start posting videos talking about nutrition, diet, and health, and the connection between the two. So just a little bit of background on myself and why I'm doing this. So I have my first bachelor's degree in biology with a concentration in genetics, cellular, and molecular biology. And I'm getting a current secondary bachelor's degree in nutrition uh, through a certified school of my local organization to become board certified as a board certified holistic nutritionist. If I haven't said board certified enough already. And so this will be to progress my career as a holistic nutritionist and to help people with their diet, and specifically to help chronically ill people who are suffering from things like diabetes, type 2 or 1, hypertension, arthritis, or atherosclerotic plaque buildup in the arteries and things of that nature. I've taken a recent interest in it here. As with the COVID pandemic, I originally started my own journey with my own weight loss soon after I graduated. I used to be a lot bigger than what I currently am now. And also, as you can see, I'm in a wheelchair as well. Here this is. Hi. Hello. Can you see me? But yeah, so I started my own weight loss journey in 2019. Actually, I want to say maybe at the beginning of 2020, right when the pandemic had began to take off. And when I was in the house, I didn't have much, to do, and so I just started reading books. I am a vegan also, and I originally went vegan back in 2018, 2019, not 2019. It was maybe 2018, 2017, and back then I was still very big, right? I was so if you can see me, I'm pretty short stature. If you can't tell, about 4'8". That's due to my condition. It's also part of the reason as to why I am in a wheelchair. And with that being said, I was about 170, 170 plus at my highest, and that on my small frame at the time was a lot of weight to carry, even if I wasn't walking around, right? And what was happening was that I had like some other unexplainable health conditions. I had a chronic cough and things of that nature, and I was in biology, right? Like I said, my first degree is in biology with concentration in genetics, cellular, and the rest, right? But my doctors couldn't explain as to why, like I couldn't stop coughing, what was going on with like my allergies and why I always felt sick and whatnot. And so, I took a dive down the trail myself, and having my background in research and doing research at the time, I was like, all right, I'll give this a try. My sister had suggested it to me, and I was like, why not? And then the cough went away, but I was still carrying a lot of weight at the time. And it wasn't until I got graduated and in 2019 when I started reading books on like Dr. Michael Greger, his book on how not to diet, which that's come out here fairly recently. I read Dr. John McDougall's book on the starch solution. I read Dr. Alan Goldhammer's book of The Pleasure Trap, as well as Dr. Doug Lisle along with him. And I've also read things like Your Body in Balance by Dr. Neil Barnard. And I even have more books here on my shelf that I'm currently looking at as well that I'm going to continue to read up on to gain more knowledge in the field of nutrition. And so my goal with this channel, once more, is to help remedy nutrition. I feel like there's a lot of misleading information out there with other, I want to say, influencers, and not the ones who are actually doing the research, but more so the ones who are just getting on the camera and talking about more so anecdotal experience, not to throw shots at them or anybody else, but a lot of the stuff that gets said sometimes just isn't researched. I have a younger sister who tells me some of the things that she hears, on her platform, and I'm just thinking about like how that doesn't make sense. You where's the data to back it up? Where's the research? What are they reading that would suggest that is pliable in application? But anyway, not to ramble too much here. I really do want to talk about what really got me into this, and what really got me into studying nutrition was the death of my father. So when I was about 15 years old, my father, he had type 2 diabetes. And ultimately it got the best of him. He went to a coma and then he passed away. And then in 20, it was 3 years later, I also lost my uncle to a aneurysm. Um, and that hit me pretty hard, a second time. And so these two life instances really motivated me to study that much harder, to learn as much as I possibly could in the field of nutrition, so that way I can take care of my own self. That way I wouldn't end up in the same position that they were in. Because I mean, what's the greatest lesson that you can learn from that situation, other than to not repeat their experiences? And so then that's what brought me to this point here. That's why I went vegan. That's why I started studying nutrition, and that's why I want to help all of you out there to prevent this possibly from happening in your own lives. So if this is something that you're interested in, please, like, follow, subscribe, and walk with me on this journey. I want to hear your questions. I want to hear your life experiences, and whatever you want to know about nutrition, I want to learn about it to better explain it to you. I've always said to my family that, if you don't want to read the books, if you don't want to read the articles, that's fine. I consider myself a researcher. I like reading this stuff. I like getting into the material and learning it, and that's why I want to do it. And so I'll read it so that way you don't have to. Okay? So if you have questions, if you're interested in this as well, just like, follow, subscribe, and come with me on this journey, and we will learn and grow together. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.